Hello doctors, welcome back. In this video lecture, we will discuss the anatomy of the muscles of hand. Student, the muscles of the hand are grouped into extrinsic and intrinsic muscles. So student, the extrinsic muscles are those which has origin outside the hand region, and these muscles insert into the hand regions, while the other group is the intrinsic muscles. So the intrinsic muscles are those which has origin and its insertion in the hand region. So as we have discussed, the extrinsic muscles which has origin in the forearm region outside the hand region, and it has the insertion in the hand, while the intrinsic muscles are which has the origin and insertion in the hand region. Now student, the intrinsic muscles are divided into 5 compartments: the thenar muscle, hypothenars, the interosseous muscles, the lumbrical muscles or the mid palmar muscles, and the dorsal muscles. So student, first we will discuss the muscles of the thenar compartment. So overall, it should be noted that all muscles of the thenar compartment is innervated by the recurrent branch of the median nerve. Student, there are total 4 muscles in the thenar compartment: abductor pollicis brevis, flexor pollicis brevis, the opponens pollicis, and the adductor pollicis. We will discuss the anatomy of each muscles in detail one by one. Now student, as you can see, this compartment here, this region is the thenar compartment, and in thenar compartment, first we will discuss the anatomy of the adductor pollicis brevis muscle. This highlighted muscle is the abductor pollicis brevis muscle, and this is the opponent pollicis muscles, this is the flexor pollicis brevis muscle, and this is the adductor pollicis muscle. So these 4 muscles form the thenar compartment of the hand. So first we will discuss the abductor pollicis brevis muscle. So student, the abductor pollicis brevis muscle originates from the scaphoid bone and the trapezoid bone, and it also originates from the flexor retinaculum, which is not shown in the diagram. The flexor retinaculum is present in this region. So student, this muscle originate and run inferiorly, and it insert into the base of the, here this is the base, it insert into the base of the proximal phalanges of the thumb. Now student, moving toward the function of the abductor pollicis brevis muscle. So this muscle, as its name indicate, it play important role in the abduction of the thumb. Now student, moving toward another muscle, which is the flexor pollicis brevis muscle. So first we will remove the abductor pollicis brevis muscle. Now student, this muscle is the flexor pollicis brevis muscle. So student, this muscle originates from the flexor retinaculum, which is not shown in diagram. It is flexor retinaculum is present in this region. So this muscle originates from the flexor retinaculum and run inferiorly and insert into the base of the proximal phalanges of the thumb. Now student, this muscle play important role in the flexion of the thumb, as its name indicate, the flexor pollicis brevis muscle. Student, the third muscle is the opponent pollicis muscle. So first we will remove the 2 muscles which we have discussed. Now student, this is the opponent's pollicis muscles. So student, this muscle also originates from the flexor retinaculum, and it insert into the shaft of the first metacarpal bone, and student, this muscle pulls the thumb medially. Now student, the last muscle of the thenar compartment is the adductor pollicis muscle. So first we will remove the other 3 muscles. Now student, the adductor pollicis has 2 heads, the oblique head and the transverse head. This is, so student, this muscle is the oblique muscle, the oblique head. So student, the adductor pollicis oblique muscle originates from the second and third metacarpal bone. This is the second metacarpal bone and this is the third metacarpal bone, and this insert into the base of the proximal phalanges. Now student, the The other part of the adductor pollicis muscle. This muscle originates from the third metacarpal bone, and it also inserts on the base of the proximal phalanges of the thumb. So overall, the adductor pollicis has two parts, the oblique part and the transverse part. So the oblique part originates from the second and third metacarpal bone, while the transverse part originates from the third metacarpal bone, and it inserts into the same point at the base of the proximal phalanges of the thumb. Now student, moving toward the another compartment, which is the hypothenar compartment. So overall, these muscles are innervated by the deep branch of the ulnar nerve, and here it consists of the four muscles: the palmaris brevis muscle, the abductor digiti minimi muscle, the flexor digiti minimi muscle, and the opponens digiti minimi muscle. We will discuss the anatomy of each muscle in detail. Now student, the muscle in this area form the hypothenar compartment, which has the palmaris brevis muscle, the abductor digiti minimi muscle, and the flexor digiti minimi brevis muscle, and the opponens digiti minimi muscle. So student, first we will discuss the anatomy of the palmaris brevis muscle. Student, this muscle originates from the flexor retinaculum, and it insert into the skin of the palm. So this muscle play important role in the contraction of the skin of the palm. Now student, the another muscle, the abductor digiti minimi muscle. So student, this muscle originates from the pisiform bone. This is the pisiform bone, and this muscles run inferiorly and insert into the base of the proximal phalanges of the little finger. Now student, the flexor digiti minimi brevis muscle. Student, this muscle originates from the flexor retinaculum and insert into the base of the proximal phalanges of the little finger. And this muscle, as its name indicates, play important role in the flexion of the little finger. Student, the last muscle of the hypothenar compartment is this muscle, the opponens digiti minimi muscle. Student, this muscle originates from the flexor retinaculum, and here it also, and from the hook of the hamate bone. This is the hamate bone, and here this extension, this is called the hook of the hamate bone. And student, this muscle insert into the medial border of the fifth metacarpal bone. And student, this muscle play important role in the pulling of the fifth metacarpal bone forward. Now student, the third compartment, which is the central compartment, or the mid-palmar compartment. Student, the muscles in this compartment is innervated by the median and the deep branch of the ulnar nerve, and the muscles in this compartment are the lumbrical muscles, which are 4 in number. Now student, as you can see in the diagram, this is the first lumbrical muscle, and this is the second and third and fourth. So student, the origin of these lumbrical muscles is from the tendon of the flexor digitorum profundus muscle. Student, this is the tendon of the flexor digitorum profundus muscle. So the lumbrical muscles originate from its tendon, and these muscles run inferiorly and insert into the shaft of the proximal phalanges of the medial forefinger. Now student, the interosseous muscles. Student, these muscles are innervated by the deep branch of the ulnar nerve, and there are the palmar interossei muscles and the dorsal interossei muscles. So first we will discuss the palmar interossei muscles. Now student, these are the palmar interossei muscles. In some individual there are 4 interossei muscles, and in some individuals there are 3 interossei muscles. So the another interossei muscle which may be present originate from the base of the first metacarpal bone, and it insert into the proximal phalanges, and same for the other interossei muscles. These muscles originate from the base of the metacarpal bones and insert into the phalanges bone, proximal phalanges of the each fingers. Now student, moving toward the dorsal interossei muscles. So student, there are 4 dorsal interossei muscles, the first, second, third and fourth interossei muscles. Student, these muscles are the originate from the contiguous sides. This means that the first interossei muscle originate from the shaft of the first and second metacarpal bone, while the second interossei originate from the shaft of the second and third metacarpal bone, and same for the third and fourth. And student, these muscles insert into the base of the proximal phalanges of the medial four fingers.